Hi everyone, it's Shenuka back with the Magical Girl Transformation Project, and I hope you're excited for part 2. Before we get started, this is just a reminder that we now have a Patreon, and we have 3 tiers where we offer different types of rewards, including one for general support and another that gives you access to some behind the scenes updates on all of our current projects. So check that out if you want to keep up with what we're up to. So now I'm going to show you how I added these cool effects to each of the shots. And starting with shot 1, I've made a copy of my main grease pencil object and deleted all the frames up to a certain point. And on this object, I'm going to draw a white square to fill out my entire drawing. I'm switching on masks and I'm adding all of my other layers under the mask. And now we have the character in silhouette. I'm moving the copy with the silhouette a little bit in front of the original so that they don't overlap. I'm adding the glow effect to the silhouette object, and now it looks like a magical transformation is about to begin. Here's our 2 grease pencil objects overlapping. I've also added a point light to the scene and have animated the point light to move in the dope sheet to make the transition look a little smoother. I think just a light can really elevate a shot. In the final post shot, I wanted to add a trail to the baton as it comes down, so I started drawing it on frame by frame in a new grease pencil object. I'm moving this object slightly behind the main one so that they overlap nicely. And of course, I'm adding the ever useful glow effect. I want the character to look like she's in a slightly darker lighting situation, so I've added a mask over her. I've added another mask to add lighting hitting her from the right. I played around with material colors, opacity, and blending modes to get the right kind of effect. I actually have several masks layered on here. Redrawing the light mask for each of the frames. I then went back to the object with the trail and added some sparkles around it, drawing them frame by frame. I ended up discarding this effect, but I think it looked pretty good at this stage. To make the sparkles twinkle a little, I added a noise modifier to the object. I also added another layer of sparkles in the background. Change the colors so that they seem a little bit more in the distance and distract a bit less from the main elements. I added another layer of brighter sparkles in pink. To recap how to make this sparkle effect, draw a bunch of stars and sparkles, throw on a glow effect, add the noise modifier, and there you have it. I added a light to the scene as well, except it's a spotlight this time, which again I animated in the dope sheet. And here it is with a camera move. My process for the skirt shot was pretty much the same as this one. I added sparkles in the background as well as in the foreground. The sparkles are drawn frame by frame, and I've added another frame where they dissolve away. I've added this flashing effect by simply drawing the mask here to cover the whole object for some of the frames. I gave this shot the same treatment as the first one, but the glowing mask only acts on the baton. I also placed a light where the hand and baton meet to add some shine to that spot. And I gave the background the sparkle treatment as well. I've also added a point light that really brightens at this point to really emphasize the moment where the hair poofs out the most. I've also added a spotlight to add a bit more of a bluish tint to the whole scene. And as a final touch, I've added this burst on a new grease pencil object. and I've applied both the glow effect and the blur effect to it. And it's keyframed to appear in a series of flashes. Throw in some sound and some video editing and it's good to go. Hope you enjoyed the project. Thanks so much to our patrons on Patreon. We are so grateful for all of you. If you haven't already, consider supporting our team on Patreon. Follow us on social media to see what we're up to. And check out our Discord to hang out with us and other creatives. Links to all of these are in the description, and I'll see you next time.